Greetings. Welcome back to our podcast. I am Carl Johnson, aka the Meltdown Manager, aka CJ. I am also your very passionate behavior coach from CJ Behavior Coaching and Consulting, and I want to thank you again for joining us today. Today's topic will be common misconceptions about trauma-informed care and congregate care. For some of my listeners, trauma-informed care may be a very new topic, and for some of you who are professional caregivers, you may have heard this phrase before, or you're hearing it currently in your work environment. Before we get started on our topic today, please be aware that this topic can be very evocative. This topic can stir up some really big feelings, so please take care of yourself, if needed. To get started, let's address one of the common misconceptions about trauma-informed care and congregate care. One misconception is that when you are providing trauma-informed care, it means that when caring for children who have experienced trauma, you should let them do whatever they want with no rules and no consequences because you don't want to re-traumatize them. This is very inaccurate. Although it is true that you should work intentionally to not re-traumatize children in your care, it is also true that consequences should be discussed and have guidelines. Trauma-informed care also teaches you to focus on self-care because you too, as a caregiver, can experience re-traumatization when caring for others. Trauma-informed care teaches you to be aware of a child's history, past experience, and current environment. Trauma-informed care also teaches the parent or caregiver to be aware of their own history, past experiences, and current environment. So, if it was true that trauma-informed care meant letting the traumatized person do whatever they wanted with no accountability so that you don't re-traumatize them, well, that would have to include the parent or caregiver too, right? Because most parents and caregivers have had traumatic experiences in their own lives, whether they realize it now or not. So, here's an important question to ask. If we let traumatized children and caregivers do whatever they wanted because they have had trauma in their lives and we don't want to re-traumatize them, well, what kind of environment would that create? Well, the answer to that would be a chaotic environment. An environment of yelling, screaming, no rules, no limits, property damage, no structure, and most of all, an environment with no feeling of safety. So if your understanding is that people who have had experienced trauma need to be safe and feel safe, how can we create or place children in a chaotic environment and expect it to work? It would be almost impossible for a child to be successful in an environment like this, let alone feel safe. Many children who are in care come from chaotic environments and or they were not able to be kept safe where they were living previously. And the hope or thought now is that the place they're living will provide that safety for them temporarily or in some cases on a permanent level. A trauma-informed care environment should be an environment of felt and real safety. How that happens is one of the many challenging parts of providing trauma-informed care to children, but it can be done. When you have dysregulated children with difficult and challenging behaviors, and you also have caregivers who are dysregulated with a mindset on how things should and are gonna be, you have a problem. Why do you have a problem? Well, you have caregivers with old ways of thinking like they're just doing this for attention, or this is how it's always been done, so this is how we're gonna do it, or they're just getting away with it when they don't feel like a child is being punished at all or enough, and doing things that are not effective. These old ways of doing things are primarily punitive. For example, yelling, threatening, taking away items, timeouts, shaming, etc. Those things I just mentioned are all unhealthy and or very ineffective long term, especially for children with trauma. Have you ever heard the saying, you get more of what you focus on, and in essence, you get more of what you don't want? It is true. If the rules in your house are written down and they state no hitting, no kicking, no spitting, etc., you're focusing on the things that you don't want, so this is what you expect to see. That this is what you can expect to see. And if you're understanding that trauma is about body arousal and nervous system activation, you can see why these punitive ways of responding to child behaviors trying to keep children's behaviors in check, and chaotic environments only make things worse. It only triggers their fight or flight system when you do these things. So, with this small bit of information, you should be able to see now that trauma-informed care is not about letting children with trauma do whatever they want with no rules or accountability because you don't want to re-traumatize them. It is true, you don't want to re-traumatize them. It is up to the individuals caring for children to discuss what is in the best interest of children in their care while looking through a trauma-informed care lens. Again, this is no easy task. It takes the whole team. A trauma-informed care environment should be an environment of felt and real safety for children and adults. If you have any questions about our topic today or any comments, please leave a comment below. If you would like to sign up for trauma-informed care training for your family, group, or school, call us today, or you can make an appointment on our Facebook page. If you're interested in a consultation, parenting classes, or other trainings, it is a quick process. All you have to do is call me at 480-740-4976 or email me at cjempowersparents@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram at cjempowersparents and on Facebook at CJ Behavior Coaching and Consulting, LLC, where you can schedule an appointment. We have a list of our prices on our website, www.cjempowers.com, and on our Facebook page. We are affordable and we are convenient. We offer phone consultations, video chat consultations, email consultations, and in-person consultations to meet your needs. We are located in Mesa, Arizona, and we are open to traveling to your city or state to provide training, consultation, and parenting classes to your agency, school, home, or group. Don't delay. Call us today. And please, please, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again for stopping by, and we will talk to you next time. Tell a friend. Good night.